what are the exciting events that are happening within the context of the church in Africa? It's a question that often fills me with a lot of joy, because one has to understand that only 100 years ago, there were hardly 90 million Christians on the entire continent. But now we're already speaking in terms of around 400 million Christians. And it's just growing because of the evangelistic efforts of the people of God. And yet, we look at other places around the world, such as Europe, for instance, where the numbers are going down, churches are closing, church buildings are being sold, and so forth. It's the exact opposite. And so, on the growth of the church, I am definitely very encouraged. The second that I would mention is the average young age of the people that are coming into the church and staying in the context of the church. In, again, other places outside Africa, especially in Europe, you find that you have very, very old people who are still going to church. The younger generation are missing. And that doesn't speak well for the future of the church. But here in Africa, it's the exact opposite. We have a lot of younger people who are searching for Christ, who are being found by Christ, and who are now very much part of the life of the church. So that's another aspect that really fills me with a lot of joy. And then also, there is a growing demographic of young professionals who, no doubt, as they get into the life of the church, the leadership of the church, it speaks well for not just their own gifts and intellectual abilities being utilized in the health of the church, but also they'll bring their resources in. And it is especially their financial resources that will help with the missions work of the church, seeing churches multiply and seeing missionaries sent out of the continent. So when I put all those things together, I'm definitely quite encouraged and excited about what God is doing on the continent of Africa.